Good day, students. Today we will going to learn another math lesson, and that is about the nth term. N term is a formula with n in it, which enables you to find any term of a sequence without having to go up from one term to the next. N stands for the term number. So to find the 50th term, we would just substitute 50 in the formula in place of the n. Now, this time we will going to find the n term in the sequence. And for our sequence, we have the 4, 9, 14, 19, 24. Now, this time, we will going to find the formula and find the 25th term in this sequence. Again, we will going to find out what is the 25th term in this sequence. Now, the function of the n term is that we can easily find the 25th term without going step by step. Okay, now let's start. Based on our sequence, we know, we can see 4 becomes 9, 9 becomes 14, 19, and 24. So based on our pattern here, what do we do to 4 to make it 9? We add 5. So this one is plus 5. How about for 14? What do we do to 14? Or what do we do to 9 to make it 14? Still, we add 5. So based on our rule here, the rule for this pattern is plus 5. So 14 plus 5 is 19. 19 plus 5 is 24. So this is our rule, plus 5. So we can say that this one is 5. Since this one is plus 5, so we have here 5 and n stands for the term. Okay, now since this one is plus 5, we are going to do the table of 5. The table of 5 for this one, let's start with 5. This one is 10, 15, 20, and 25. Okay, by the way, this is not the term. When we say term, okay, this one is the first term, 9 is the second term, this one is the third term, fourth, and fifth. I just put here the table of 5 because the rule tells us that this one is plus 5. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Okay, now the next thing that we will going to do is that we will going to identify what happened to 5 here to make it 4. What happened to 10 here to make it 9? What happened to 15 here to make it 14, 20 to 19, and 25 to 24? Based on the given here, we subtract 1. Okay, so 5 minus 4, 5 minus 1, that is 4. 10 minus 1, that is 9. 15 minus 1, that is 14, and so on and so forth. So, since we subtract each time by 1, so our formula is 5n minus 1. And 5n minus 1 is now our formula to find the 25th term. Okay, but before we substitute the following and find the 25th term, let us first check whether our formula is correct. So this time we will going to use 5n, and let us check whether if this one first, second, third, fourth, this is the fourth term. So let us change the n to the fourth term. Okay, and our answer for this one should be 19. Okay, 19 is the answer to know that our formula is correct. Okay, so 19 is the fourth term. Let us check whether our answer is 19. So 5 times 4, this one is 20, and 20 minus 1, the answer is 19. Very good. I guess our formula here is correct. So for the formula, we have 5n minus 1. Let's try another example. Let's try this one. 24. 24 here is the 25th term. Okay, so let us substitute and use our formula. 5 times, okay, the fifth term, which is the n, minus 1. So 5 times 5, 5 times 5, it's 25, and 25 minus 1, the answer is 24. So I guess our answer here is correct. So the formula that we will going to use to find the 25th term is 5n minus 1. So let us now use this one to find the 25th term. 5 and put the number of term, the 25th term, minus 1. Okay, now 25 times 5, this one is 125, right? 125 minus 1, and I guess we already have our answer. 125 minus 1, the 25th term in this pattern is 124. So that's it. Okay, so we don't need to go through step-by-step process to go to the 25th term. All we have to do is to identify our formula in the nth term to find the answer. Okay, so you can also find the 30th term, the 40th term using our formula here, 5n minus 1. Okay, next, how about this one? We're going to find the missing term. So for this one, we have 8, 14, 20, 26, and 32. Let's try. We're going to find the 10th term. What is the 10th term in this pattern? Okay. Now, still, we're going to find the rule. First, what is the rule? We have 8, 14, 20, 26, and 32. Okay, so the pattern here is, I guess this one is plus 6. Okay, this one is plus 6. It's because 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 plus 6 is 20, 20 plus 6 is 26, and 26 plus 6 is 32. So since this one is, the pattern is plus 6, so we have 6 and, okay, and we're going to do the table of 6 here. So we have 6, 12, 18, 24, and the last one here is 30. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is that we will going to think what happened to 6 here to make it 8. What do we do to 6 here to make it 8? So we add 6, 7, 8. So for this one, we're going to add 2. So 6n plus 2. Okay, now let us check whether let us check our formula if it is correct. Now this time, let us check the third term. So for this one, the third term is 20. So the first, second term, third term. So let us substitute the given and our answer should be 20. So 6 times 3 plus 2. So 6 times 3, 6, 12, 18. 18 plus 2, then the answer is 20. So we got the correct answer. Okay, so I guess we're now ready to get the 10th term for this sequence. So still we will going to use our pattern. 6 times 10, 6 times 10 plus 2. Okay, 6 times 10, it's 60, and 60 plus 2, the answer is 62. So the 10th term for this pattern is 62. Okay, so it's very easy to find the term if you already have the formula. So you can choose what would be the 30th term, what is the 40th term, the 50th term, okay, the 90th term. As long as you already have your formula, it's easy for us to identify those terms. Okay, so that's the importance of our nth term. Next, we're going to find, this time we're going to find the, okay, the 11th term. Let's try 11. Okay, in this pattern, what is the 11th term in this pattern? So for this one, as what we can see, the numbers are decreasing. So from 25 it becomes 23 to 21 to 19 and 17. Okay, so since this one is decreasing and the pattern is 25, it became 23. So this one, I guess the pattern is minus 2. So for this one, 23 minus 2, it's 21. 21 minus 2, it's 19. 19 minus 2, that is 17. Okay, so we have here negative 2 or minus 2 and okay, so we're going to do now the table of 2. So negative 2 minus 4 minus 6 minus 8 and minus 10. Okay, now the next thing that we were going to do for this one is that what should be added, or what will we do to negative 2 here to make our answer 25. So can you still remember our assigned numbers or the integers, our lesson about integers? What should be added to negative 2 to make it positive 25? So for this one, the answer is plus 27. It's because if we're going to add unlike sign means subtract and copy the sign of the greater number. So if we're going to add negative 2 plus 27, so unlike sign, so we're going to subtract 27 minus 2, that is 25. And we're going to copy the sign of the bigger number, and the bigger number for this one is 27, right? The sign of 27 is positive, so our answer is positive 25. So this one, what should be added to negative 2 to make it 25? That is plus 27. So we're going to add this one to our formula, negative 2n plus 27. Okay, now the next thing that we were going to do is find what is the 11th term. Okay, so just substitute the following: negative 2 and the 11th term plus 27. Okay, so negative 2 times 11, the answer is negative 22. And negative 22 plus 27, as what we can see, this one is unlike sign. Okay, unlike sign means subtract, copy the sign of the bigger number. So 27 minus 22, this one is 5, and the bigger number between the two is 27, and the sign of 27 is positive. So for our final answer, we have 5. So in this sequence, the 11th term is 5. Okay, so that is how we find the nth term if the sequence is decreasing. Okay, so this time we will going to find the nth term for the following sequence. Now for this, I'm going to answer the number 1 and the number 4. For the remaining numbers, for the number 2, 3, and 5, you're going to answer this one, and you're going to put your answer in the comment section below. Okay, so let us answer number 1. We have 2, 6, 10, and 14. So based on our pattern here, the pattern is plus 4. Very good, plus 4. It's because 2 plus 4 is 6, and 6 plus 10 is 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. So we're going to do here the table of 4. So we have your 4, 8, 12, and 16. So we already have here plus 4. So this one is 4n. Okay. By the way, for this activity, we will going to find the 10th term. 10th. Okay. So what is the 10th term for number 1? Okay. So 4n. The next one is, what do we do to 4 to make it 2? So it decreases and it decreases by 2. So 4n minus 2. Okay, so this is now our formula. And to find the 10th term, just substitute 4 times 10. That's 40. 40 minus 2, the answer is 38. So the 10th term for number 1 is 38. Okay, next, for the number 4, what is the pattern? The pattern for this one is, as what we can see, we have 10, 17, 14, and 11. The pattern for this one is minus 3. Okay, minus 3. So for this one, we have minus 3n. Okay, now our objective here is to find the 10th term. So we're going to do now the table of 3. 3 minus 3 minus 6 minus 9 and minus 12. Okay, now next thing that we're going to do is that what we do to negative 3 here to make it 20. So remember our lesson about sign numbers. What do we add to negative 3 to make it positive 20? So for this one, we will going to add this one by plus 20. Plus 23. Okay, it's because unlike sign means subtraction. Okay, so unlike sign, negative 3 plus 23 minus, so 23 minus 3, that's 20, and copy the sign of the bigger number, 23, and our answer is positive 20. Okay, so for this one, negative 3n plus 23. So this is now our formula. Okay, now to find the 10th term in this pattern, we're going to use the formula negative 3, and the 10th term, going to substitute it by n plus 23. Okay, now, so we have here now negative 3 times 10, multiplication of integers. Negative times positive, it's negative. So this one is negative 30. Negative 30 plus 23, unlike sign means subtraction. So 30 minus 23, that is 7. Now what is the sign of 7? Which one is bigger? Is 30 or 23? 30. The sign of 30 is negative. So our answer here is negative 7. Okay, so the 10th term in this process or in this sequence is negative 7. So that's the importance of knowing the formula about n term. No need to do the step-by-step process to find the 10th term. Just find the formula and you already have the answer. So you can find the 100th term, the 51st term if you already find the formula. Okay, and the formula for this one is negative 3n plus 23. So again, I already answered the number 1 and number 4. The rest of the numbers here for number 2, 3, and 5, you're going to answer this one and put your answer in the comment section below. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you've learned something for today's lesson. Thank you and have a nice day.